right. He's up there. Come on. Snipe. No! You just see the flash and you know that it's over. Ugh. Have you ever played games or watched Netflix or done something for like the better part of your day, aka probably like 7 hours? Because man, during quarantine or whatever this is called, it is so easy to just get lost in doing absolutely nothing. It's easy to like just tune everything else out and focus on ourselves. Why not take some time for ourselves? We gotta refresh, we gotta recharge, and yes, we do have to do those things, but there's a line, and I know you guys know this line. The line is like laziness. The line is selfishness. And sometimes we just flirt with that line, right? We get so close to it, and then we're like, you know what, a couple more hours wouldn't hurt, and we just jump right past it. But guys, let me tell you something. If you want to have the best possible quarantine, if you want to have the best possible time with your family, being selfish and doing whatever you want and choosing yourself and choosing to be lazy is not the way to go. Because it all changes. It all changes when we introduce Jesus into the story, right? Because Jesus shows us how to live the best possible life. And so if anyone had any right to just to sit back, right? Just to relax, put his feet up and take life easy, it would be Jesus. But that's not what he does. Can I tell you what Paul said about Jesus? Paul actually said that he took the humble position of a servant. He took the humble position of a servant. The Son of God, Jesus, took the humble position of a servant. That's crazy in and of itself. Why did he do that? Because he wanted his life to be an example for us. And it's actually really, really cool because he constantly put other people first. Like no matter what happens, no matter where he's going, what he's doing, he's focusing on other people. Here are a few examples. We're going to be in Matthew chapter 8 in the first couple verses. Matthew chapter 8 verse 1. When Jesus came down from the mountainside, large crowds followed him. Pause. Jesus just finished doing the Sermon on the Mount, one of the most important messages. And if you guys want to read it, it takes place in Matthew chapter 7 and 6. He just got done teaching and he's probably tired. He's coming down from the mountainside. I don't know if you can see my cat, but she just jumped on the table. He's coming down from the mountainside. He's followed by this large crowd of people. And then verse 2, a man with leprosy came and knelt before him and said, Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. I am willing, he said, be clean. Jesus was interrupted. He was coming down, he was probably tired, he was ready to be done, and he healed the man from leprosy. Turn a couple pages over. Chapter 9, let's do verse 18, right? This is crazy. This verse 18 says this, while he was saying this, a synagogue leader came to him and knelt before him. The synagogue leader is actually, his name is Jairus. I don't know if you guys remember the story about Jairus, and he wants Jesus to heal his daughter who's like dead, which is crazy, and Jesus goes and resurrects her. And so he's planning on doing this. He's planning on going to heal Jairus's daughter, but he's interrupted because just then, verse 20, a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak. She said to herself, if only I touch his cloak, I will be healed. Jesus turned and saw her. Take heart, daughter, he said, your faith has healed you. And the woman was healed in that moment. And so he heals. He's on his way to do some other miracles, which is amazing. He's on his way to help resurrect Jairus' daughter, but he pauses and he heals someone else on the way. Jesus heals in the interruptions. His miracles are done in the interruptions. He takes care of people in the interruptions. Can we say the same? Because I feel like this whole thing is one big interruption right now. But I don't know that we're taking care of people super well. We're definitely taking care of ourselves pretty well. Because man, I could sit here and play video games for a long time. I could watch Netflix, I could binge watch a lot of stuff. But during this interruption, am I taking care of the people that are close to me? Are we taking care of our families who might be anxious, who may have lost their jobs, who might just be bored out of their minds? Are we taking care of them? Are we taking care of our relationships, our friends who might just be doing the exact same thing as we are, sitting in front of screens, sitting and just by ourselves in our rooms? It's really easy to be antisocial right now. Can I give you guys a challenge? Man, figure out what it takes to be with people. Maybe not physically, but figure out what it takes to be with people. There are so many people that could use our help right now. There are so many people that could use our time right now. Could we go get groceries for some neighbor that is just having a really tough time right now? Is that something that we can do? Can we write letters to our neighbors? Can we write letters to family members in other states who are having trouble processing this whole thing, can we start doing things for other people? The main point, like the point of all of this is, man, if you see a need, fill the need. If you see something that needs to be done that you have the power to do, then do it. That's exactly what Jesus would do. That's exactly how he showed us how to live. And there are so many needs around us in our neighborhoods, in our families, in our church, and in our state. There are so many different things. And so what can you do when it comes to seeing a need and meeting that need and filling that need? Maybe that's rationing time, right? Maybe that's like, man, I'll play for this amount of time and I'm gonna do something for somebody. Maybe that's almost making sort of like a makeshift schedule of here are the 3 things that I wanna do for other people today. Maybe it's as simple as pray, right? And don't overlook prayer. Prayer is so important. Pray for your leaders, pray for your parents, pray for your siblings, your family members, your coaches, your schools. It could be making phone calls. Can you call your grandparents? They probably want to hear from you. Find out what is going on in their lives. Maybe it's as simple as that. What is it for you guys? What is something easy that you can do that will just help somebody else? What is a need that you can meet? Can you imagine if we all served right now, if we all served people in our lives this week? I feel like that would make a huge difference in our state. Would it fix every problem? Of course not. But could we help the anxiety? Could we help the fear? Could we help the needs? Could we help like the really just sadness that's going on? Yes, we could totally do that if we all join together and just try to do and lead just as Jesus did. So what are you gonna do this week? I'm looking forward to hearing all the stuff that comes from this. Hope you guys have a great week. See you later.